Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trophy Room pre-show. And yes, we understand that YouTube at this very point in time is not doing great with whatever videos and live streams aren't great. Nothing on our end. Everything to do with YouTube. So, gang, listen. If you can hear us, that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned, support the shows the way you can, all that good stuff. That said, Kyle, I got to get this post done. Let's guess some games.
Let's do it. Sorry, I was getting up the numbers up.
Okay,
Sorry, I got things to do in the background. All right, Light, what are you thinking here?
Okay, again, this is my MO. I know it's not this, but the coloring kind of reminds me of Gears of War. So
Okay.
I want us to start there. I know that it's not, but I'm hoping that maybe it will give us inspiration.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And
I'll
I'm just
give you
going to say
that
the first one.
Okay, it is not. 72. Genie in chat says Devil May Cry 2.
This isn't... How old is the original Final Fantasy VII?
It's not. No,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I just went through a train yard with ghosts. So.
Oh, you did? Oh, I love that section.
Well, a couple videos ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not the same ghosts, but there were kid ghosts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not getting it for this. So I'm going to skip one more time. Oh, cool. More rain. PS3. Why?
It looks like very atmospheric, like you said, the rain, like it's in every.
Oh my God! Is it
the
rain?
First one.
I think there's
a game called Rain?
I think there is.
Yes!
Hell yeah! Nice. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm glad you got that because one of the other ones almost looked like a Fatal Frame.
Oh yeah.
It would have been way off.
Hey, chat, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay. Got some sort of health bar down here. Or something with the HUD.
Bunch of trees back there.
I think these are trees?
The Lorax, the game.
Let's go. Sure, Gorminty, the Lords of Nature. No.
Perfect, nailed it.
All right, 60%, some high techness going on here. That's a person. That's right, Stingray. Happy Ball Pit Day.
Happy Ball Day.
Just got interesting. I will. We joked about it on the 6-1 Indie Cooped Up Patreon episode we recorded this week, but we wanted Clover Pit and Ball Pit to have a bundle on Steam.
Oh,
and
crossover merch.
They legit did it. And I think they call it like Welcome to the Pit or something like that. And you can get both of them. It's like, yeah.
That's cute.
I got nothing from this one. I'm going to skip. Oh. Okay.
See, again, it's not this because the other pictures definitely weren't, but this kind of reminds me of what was that one that just came out where she was really horny and she moaned when she slid down the ladder?
Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
I hate how quickly I got that.
Stellar Blade.
Hands are here.
So maybe a game along those lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking Stingray put Lost Planet in there, and I had that for a brief second, but this is PS4.
What, Lost Planet 2, perhaps?
I don't think that came out on PlayStation.
Don't you dare break our hopes.
Listen to
I'll put it in there.
Let's
do Lost Planet 2. Yeah, no.
Damn it. Okay.
They literally like, oh, Light, you want the top left? Let's give you the top left.
This doesn't help in the slightest. And I should be good after this one.
Some sort of station?
Because I'm starting to feel the flu shot, y'all. I'm starting to feel it bad.
XP.
Looks like a melee style combat
Yeah.
game. This wouldn't be like a. I don't want to say Star Wars, but something like that. Like where isn't there a Star Wars game where you're not necessarily like a
Jedi?
yeah. What's that one everyone's obsessed? I don't know. I don't
We
think
do
it's
Let's
Red
do another.
Faction?
Oh,
Right? Is it?
like
Mars or
remastered?
Yeah.
That'd be really crappy if they actually gave us the remastered version.
Or it's 2. Whatever.
I don't think it's 2 is PS2.
Okay.
So let's do Gorilla. God damn, I didn't hit.
Yeah,
that
same here, Drunk Prowling Wolf. Same here. That's why, like, I'm really starting to feel it in a major way. it's like all talking.
2016. What's going on
2016.
here?
But see again, that looks like a lightsaber.
That does look like a lightsaber. Do Knights of the Old Republic
No.
KOTOR.
No.
Really? No.
That could be a Viber Blade or whatever they call it.
No.
What's the one that everyone's obsessed with though? That has that one villain that would technically be stronger than Vader, so he can't be in any of the
The
stuff.
Force
you know what I mean?
Unleashed.
Yeah.
Revan. Oh,
I never
Starkiller?
played-
Nah.
I never played that.
It's
Let's do one more skip.
it's fun.
Let's do one more. Developed by Spiders.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, I don't know.
Definitely not a Star Wars.
Yeah. Because Spiders used to make. Oh, tech. Is it like Techno Mage or something like that?
Technomancer.
Technomancer. Let's write that one in.
I
Yeah,
like the
Jeannie
name
and I don't
Techno
know.
Mage.
Yeah, Techno Mage.
Oh my God, Joe.
All right, let's go. Let's do this, everybody.
Hell yeah, Genie.
Genie
Are
as
we
well.
ready?
Nice job.
Are we? Dude, me and Jeannie, we're always on the same page.
Hold me now.
All right. Listen, we'll get
Shout
to
out
that
to you,
super
Game
the list.
chat.
Release the list.
We'll
Release
get
the
to that
list.
super chat in a second, okay? Wild and crazy stuff here. All right, let me get the intro out here, and here we go. If it works. It doesn't want to work right now. Work. Do your job. Oh, here it is. Wait, let's see. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 448 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. Like this week, we chat about how Ghost of Yotei is selling extremely well. Sucker Punch doubles down on focusing on one game at a time. Bluepoint is looking to hire for a third-person action game, and I get my own hopes up. A PS6 is coming in 2027. Joe rushed me to get this intro done before I was ready, and so much more as we do it live each and every Wednesday night over on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room. And if you're there, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, and maybe even hit us with a super chat. That really does help. And on audio podcast services the very next day after. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
Doing okay.
Yeah?
It's been a week. I was laughing at Freight Conductor's comment in chat.
What's he saying?
I love how Joe sounds like he's trying to speed run a podcast.
Gotta get out of here before
brother.
that flu shot hits.
Exactly.
Exactly. I got the
His
flu shot
firmware is
today.
being updated right now.
Oh, I'm feeling it, guys. And like it's one of those things, like I have to get the flu shot for work, but also, you know, my mom and my pa, they're getting up there in age, so I don't want to give them something. But I will say, maybe this will be the starter question of the show, and I'll hand this over to Light. I saw a family with 4 kids, and the parents have given up, and these kids were the worst behaved kids ever.
What ages do they look, Joe?
I think 3 to 5. Like, and I'm like, these kids, I'm telling you, they were throwing Play-Doh in the CVS. They were crawling on the aisles. They were running into the aisles. They were tripping on my shoe. These kids, guys, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah. It's easy to judge, but I will say now that I have a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
the teenager phase is not for the weak at all.
It's
You
not.
can be the world's best parent and they are still going to do, I can't say the words I want to say. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think 4 is necessarily that much better. It's a little bit better, but it's
Okay.
still rough. I think at 5 is when they start to figure it out because that's kindergarten. They're starting to like kind of figure it out a little bit. But 3-year-olds are hellions. They are spawns from the nether realm. Okay.
No, dude.
You love them dearly because they're your spawn, but they are spawn.
Yeah, they're. I'm gonna
There's
say
no, they say the wildest shit too, man.
it. I can't. I saw. I'm like, guys, I could maybe do 1 kid, right? Like that's it. That's all I got in me to be a papa of 1. But like 4, I don't think you
Especially
guys are
that close in
prepared for
age.
this.
If you have
Right.
3 all like a year apart from each other, bless you. Whatever deity you believe in, bless you with that deity because
That-
you need it.
That said, God bless one of these kids because this one girl, she was upset about the Play-Doh. She chucked it at the other sister, dead on, hit her right between the eyes. Bam! You see the head go back too. No response. Like she's been through it before.
Baby Light
God.
walked up to me yesterday. She puts her
Yeah.
hand on my stomach and she goes, "Mama, I want a baby." I was like, "No, you don't."
No.
I was like, "You're only 3. You don't want a baby yet." I was like, "When you're older, you can want a baby." She's like, "No, Mama, I want you to grow another baby." And I was like, "Kid, get
No.
out of here."
I don't care how cute you are. I'm not doing this shit again.
I can't do it again.
And of course, alongside us, the great co-host, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir? I
Already introed me.
Sorry.
Light needs the pro one.
That's right.
The
That's
pro
right.
intro.
Listen, the lightweight herself, Miss Lightweight. How are you doing?
I am all over the emotional spectrum today.
Yeah, man, it's again the flu shot absolutely destroying me right now, as you
Yeah.
can tell. Gang, before we get into the show, a little bit like a starter, question, right? We always like to warm up the show. There's been conversations online about people being paid off if you get a code or if you go on if you get
I
media
told you
access.
don't start with this question.
I'm just saying, what? Stop. Do you think we're having this conversation like because people are genuinely bored on the internet? Is it part of the dumb, toxic console war stuff? Is there actually maybe something there? I don't know. Go for it.
I, as a creator who has gotten it a lot all of a sudden, I feel like part of it is the console war. Part of it is trolls gonna troll, but I think a lot of it personally seems to come from jealousy because we live in a world now where anybody can be a creator and
Yep.
a lot of people try with varying degrees of success, and what success to you means to you is different for everybody. But I think a lot of those people who accuse you of being paid off or accuse you of this or accuse you of that, whatever, are people who are unhappy with the amount of success they've gotten in the space. And that's their way to lash out. Oh, I could never be paid off. Therefore, that's why I'm not as big as them because I can't be paid off. That's why I didn't get this cool opportunity because I can't be paid off.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like from my perspective, because the people who've been making videos about me or comments about me are all people who did not get the opportunities that I got, who clearly would have wanted those opportunities because they are also creators in the same space that I am in.
Yeah. I couldn't say it better myself. So I'll go over to Kyle Stevenson. Kyle, you work in the PR field. You talk to creators all the time.
Sure
How
do.
much are you paying them?
And why aren't you paying me, Kyle?
Yeah. Where's my check, you
No.
son of a bitch?
No comment.
All right, fair enough.
A lot of my games, first of all, don't have budgets, so I can't
Fair.
really do that.
So your budget is unlimited.
No, they just have nothing. A lot of it depends on the budget and what the team wants to do, but like, yes, I have paid an influencer to make a video because that is just part of what games media is nowadays, and it's super valuable. Especially with the games media side being in such a constant flux, and some big sites and the people there are being let go, and it's a weird, crazy time that we live in. and because of, and we're going to get into it while you were, talking about the kids in the CVS, I was getting ready to prepare the drop.
Yeah.
Strap in. Next week is packed. So like there's games all over the place. So it is a valuable thing to have guaranteed content out there. And if it has to be at that paid level, it happens. But for us personally, how we do things, we will never say, you have to, speak highly because we pay you. No, like if you have an issue, you feel free, totally fine, as long as it's warranted. Like if you're not gonna come, like if you're making a video, whatever, and you disagree with how a mechanic is working, don't immediately like say, oh, this other game does it way better. That is, not gonna fly at all. But like, no, it's just a part of what games media and PR folks are doing. It's like, it's smart.
Yeah, I mean it, and as we all say that, like legally you have to disclose if someone's giving you money or if someone is doing something for, like if they're, like flying you out somewhere or whatever have you, you go, oh, this event was sponsored by so and so. Legally you have to disclose that. But never have I ever gotten a review ever, no matter how big the game or small the game, going, hey, you have to rate this thing good. Like literally all they want you to do is just talk about the game. They don't, like most people don't care if it's not a good review. Of course you'd love that, but like they just want to know that you played it. That's about it. And so when I see that, I think I agree with you. Like it's like it's like that they hate us because they ain't us, because I got that for the Outer Worlds. I got a code for Outer Worlds 2, and we have an interview with the creative director and the lead game designer, which you'll be listening to at the end of this pod. And what did I say at the end of that post? Is like, thank you Xbox for the code, disclose that I got it, but they ain't telling me what I can or can't say. And I think it's part of it is people are ill-informed, misinformed, and most of them don't care to be informed, and that's the sad thing. Is this,
and I do think a lot of people conflate things. So there are paid sponsorships where we disclose, hey, this is paid. We have to legally say it verbally. We have to have it in the text. We have to have it everywhere. And every company I have worked with is very strict about that. If you don't have it enough times, they will tell you to put it in there more because they don't want to get sued. And then there's gifts, there's promotions, there are reviews. But a gift, when I'm getting a gift, yes, they are, I guess it's essentially they're paying me, right? Because they sent me the amount of that gift, right? They sent me for Shadows was the big one. I was sent a hoodie and a baseball cap. So they sent me the value of that with the hoodie and the baseball cap. But they didn't actually like write me a check. But I also wasn't reviewing the game for them. I did review the game before I got the package, but not, those two things were like not related. So people like to say, oh, of course you're going to review it favorably because they gave you a sweatshirt and a baseball cap that you're never going to wear because you don't wear baseball caps. And so like I can see where people are coming from there. Like if you don't get things very frequently, it's really easy to be caught up in the, oh, they sent me this. Yes, I love this company, whatever. But just because you love the company and you love the people that you know in the company doesn't mean that you are going to skew your review, because you also want to be taken seriously in the industry. And people aren't going to give you opportunities if they can't take you seriously in the industry. I
have no problem admitting this here. I'll be honest because I'm an honest person. When I see some outlets get codes to PlayStation games and not us, I am a little jealous and envious. And not once have I ever been like, oh, we didn't get Ghost of Yotei codes, I'm going to talk trash about the game because I don't get early access. No, it's one of my favorite games of the year. Like, it's just not how I operate. It's not how most people operate. Like, they're always, it's human nature to be a little bit,
It's
envious,
also
jealous at times. But, like, it's not like we should never immediately, oh, they're paying for it. No, the days of a game sending out creators to or flying them halfway across the world for a nice steak dinner and then send them back home are long gone. That doesn't happen because it's expensive, and I don't know why anyone would ever do that. Flying out to play the game, absolutely, that is
Mhm.
smart because it's getting hands on with the game to then talk about why people should be excited about the game. But just spending money just to be like, hey,
Please be nice to us.
exactly. No, that doesn't happen ever.
This
I-
Longhorn is expensive, okay? Blue and onion, etc., etc.
Longhorn's real good though.
Oh my
I
God,
do
the
think
spicy
also people don't necessarily like, they kind of make it a bigger deal than it is a lot of times too. And that's
Mhm.
not to say that it's not a big deal, because obviously like there are opportunities that I've had that are amazing that anybody, like people would, kill for. But for example, most recently I went to the Witcher concert in Brooklyn. They gave me the tickets, and I did meet up with people from CDPR that I knew, and we hung out during the show. But they didn't pay for my room. They didn't pay for me to go. They just was like, "Hey, we'd love for you to come. We have tickets for you if you want to go." And I was like, "Say less, I'm there." So
Yeah.
I got my own train tickets. I got my own hotel room. I did all of that. But then you post pictures and you're like, "Thank you so much for CDPR for the tickets," and people are like, "Oh my God, they paid for her to go to Brooklyn to go to the show." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
then they like make it a bigger deal. And yes, that does happen. When I went out to San Fran for the Borderlands event, for example, they paid for all of that because I was doing coverage for them. I was doing sponsored content for them. But a lot of times too, it's, "Hey, I'm in the area. Can we do something together?" And like, "Yeah, let's hang out. Come here, do this, whatever."
Mhm.
And that's a lot of times the opportunities have been, "Hey, are you going to be in this area at XYZ dates?" And I'm like, "I will make myself in that area for you." You know what I mean?
It's really like at the end of the day, it's just like, it's just by being nice to people is how you kind of move up. It's like to go back to the PlayStation codes, because they're
And to
ironically.
Cowboy Danger D, who's
Yeah.
catching us live for the first time with a new name. What up, Cowboy
Ooh,
Danger D?
okay, throw this
He was
out.
like, "Have y'all ever gotten a code from PlayStation? Not once."
No. And like,
Mm-mm.
yeah, listen, I'll look at Paris going, "Paris, what, you don't own a PlayStation podcast." And I'll be that way for like a minute and a half, but then I like the realization of like, audience is huge. He's a great reviewer, all that stuff is like, makes sense. And then like, it just kind of dawns on you that the universe doesn't revolve around you, and you get back to reality for a sec. But like, there's been times where it's like, all right, and you also put in the work. Like these people
Oh,
who,
yeah.
who got these opportunities, like when you go to 2K and all that stuff, you've put in the work. Just because I'm not in your shoes doesn't mean I can't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, there's awesome times where I was like literally talking to someone, Kyle and I have talked to rather big names of like, "Hey, how do we get PlayStation to notice us?" And like,
You don't understand how hard I am grinding to
Right?
make that connection.
And so half the time it's just by networking, being genuinely kind to people, and that just reads off. No one's paying me to say jack diddly squat. I'm literally surprised I get half the opportunities I do, and I'm just grateful for it.
And again, just because we do get a code for review or we do get sent a PR kit doesn't change our opinions on the game.
Yeah.
It will change our opinions on the company. It will change our opinions on the people from that company that we know, because of course we're going to be grateful and we're going to appreciate the fact that they know who we are and that they want to work with us, but it's not going to change our opinions on the game. And I think for me, like people struggle with that for me because I do tend to be much more lenient on things. That's just my personality. If I don't like something, it's bad. But people in my community know that about me. They know that if I don't like something, it's not good.
Yeah.
I'm very easy to please when it comes to movies and shows and games and things like that. So you have to find reviewers that you typically align with. And yes, it's important to see other opinions, but also know like, hey, if you're watching my content, I know that I'm not going to give a super harsh critical review because that's just not who I am. I'm not confrontational like that. This game isn't for me. That doesn't mean it's not for you. I'm not going to act like it's this awful thing like other creators will. If that's what you want, not to go to my channel. But just because I was sent something or sent somewhere doesn't mean that that's going to change my perspective on that. I still try to be very honest. I talk about it differently than other people do.
Yeah. You're not going to be like, oh, like you're going to be like, this game didn't hit for me. You're not going to be like, this game's garbage.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And like, and at the end of the day, just so we can start talking about PlayStation, people are like, I'm done. I get it. You're not paid. But it's like, yeah, like I did one of those videos once where I was super negative about someone. And then I was like this. And then after that episode aired or whatever, I was like, well, I don't ever want to do this again. And that's just not who
Yeah.
I'm about. Some people can make content about other people who they don't know and whatever. That's great. Or it just, make videos just to trash on a game. We're going to talk about Yotei in a sec. And that's great. Good on them. I
No.
I can't live in miserable.
Not good on you. Get a
All right.
hobby. Like
All right, let's get right into it.
Oh wait, hold on.
Before we do. Yes.
Before you do, Game Positive paid you, Joe, to sing a song.
I sing a song?
Yeah.
what? Oh yeah. How did I forget already?
I don't know. First off,
Get it, Joe.
It's Creed.
Okay.
Hold me now.
Oh, okay. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Release the list.
You sound like Jack Black's version.
Hell yes. All right, everybody.
Chat, thank you, Game Positive, for the YouTube chat. And I realized that just came after we were just saying we don't get paid for reviews or anything.
But I
We
will
do get
sing
paid to
in
sing on
falsetto.
stream though.
The support is much appreciated.
We'll sing
All right.
for money.
That said, before we get into all that, it's time for our Patreon pitch. Of course, like we say each and every week, the reason why we look so good, sound so great, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. And if you toss a buck our way, you get bonus content each and every week. Like last week, we talked about bringing we brought our own PlayStation concert over to you. This week, Kyle's gonna show us what's popular on the Steam Next Fest, and I am extremely worried.
Let me tell you, this Next Fest is wild.
Yikes. That's why I want to thank our newest members at the Platinum tier, Gregory Holmes. Thank you very much. Bonnie Barefoot at the Gold tier and Laura Liston at the Bronze tier. I want to thank our premium members, Todd Burowitz, Caleb Cook, and Toxic. Of course, K-Rock Kiddos, Cullen. I want to thank our Platinum members, JC, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kel90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, A. Aaron, Bertos Maximus, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Silken, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, and Mike Thomas. I want to thank our gold members, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hide Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Ageless Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Stingray X, I played Battlefield with him this week, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold E.T., Tino Six Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Matthew King, Duh Overlord. Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Seth Mildiner, Samuel Nestling, Maximum Carnage, Michael Hassett, Drug Prowlin' Wolf, Manex Visual, Battered Haddock, Arlie Upper 90, and the Lord Commander Suddy. Thank you all so much for supporting us the ways you do. It's the reason why this show keeps going. With all that said, with all that out of the way, Kyle Stevenson, let's talk about our YouTube members.
Ah, there you go.
You thought you got me, you son of a gun.
Recovered.
That's right.
Shout out to our YouTube members, the Kush Completionist, Just a Guy, Nisa Hauer, Freight Conductor, Strubles a Bits, and Tommy. Get a trophy next to your name in chat, become green, and support us to continue making cool stuff and talking about cool things and being cool people and having a cool community, all the cool things. All right, I'll stop.
Yes. All right. No. You can keep going because it's time to square up the news.
First bit of news comes to us from Christopher Dring over at the Game Business, and Christopher writes, Ghost of Yotei delivers strong opening across Europe. Ghost of Yotei debuts on number 2 in the GSD European charts, with opening sales in line with its predecessor, 2020's PS4 hit, Ghost of Tsushima, and this is digital and physical. Ghost of Tsushima was a surprise hit for Sony back in 2020 and launched during the COVID-19 lockdown year, which drove record numbers for video game sales. It's the biggest first-party PlayStation launch since Spider-Man 2 in October 2023. The PS5 exclusive narrowly missed out on number 1, with EA Sports FC 26 holding on for a third week at the top. The football game Standard Edition had only launched the week before, and sales are down 62% week on week. Here are the top 10 unit sales for the week ending October 5th. We got EA Sports FC 26 at the first spot, Ghost of Yotei in second spot, Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 Pack at number 3. Number 4, Digimon Story Time Stranger. Number 5, Doom Eternal, up 8,000%. That's crazy.
Look at this next one.
Also, number 6, Far Cry Primal, up 3,000%. Hogwarts Legacy at number 7. Red Dead Redemption 2 at number 8. South Park, The Fractured Butthole, up 13,000%. And then rounding out the top 10, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles.
I don't get it.
I think this is the first time we've read a top 10 list where GTA 5 is not on there.
God bless. But also, like,
It's been dethroned finally.
Yeah.
by Fractured Butthole. Are the Europeans living in a time warp? Did they just get Doom Eternal and Far Cry Primal?
Did it have an update or something?
Maybe.
Maybe
I
new
don't know.
content dropped for it.
Did
It's
they
wild.
just get South Park season 1 on their?
They saw the latest season. Okay, EA Sports FC 26, right, on its second week. I was not, because, we're not football people here, but I was not aware of how many units this franchise has sold. I want
Oh yeah.
one of y'all to guess a number, right, of how
Kyle, you
many copies of FC or FIFA, I'm going to count it in there as well,
All together.
altogether have sold as a franchise. It's nutty.
We're probably close to like 600 million. Like it's up
I'm
there,
gonna say
I feel like.
1 billion.
Gang, you're both off by a scotch, whatever. 325 million units
Yeah.
that franchise has sold.
You mean it's not a billion?
I know, just a little bit.
But like it makes sense, like football, soccer, however you want
Yeah.
to describe it, it's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah.
I think outside of first person shooters, I think sports games are the next best selling games.
Yeah.
So like that makes sense. NBA is always big. Madden's always big when it comes out. MLB less so because people are not as big of a fan of baseball as I am. But like, yeah, that doesn't shock me that it's at number 1, and it doesn't shock me that Yotei's at number 2.
100%. Yotei being at number 2. Also, Matt Piscatella saying it's doing extremely well. It's actually doing as well as Ghost of Tsushima was doing. I think he talked about like the increase being like 4.4% on both, which the attach rate, which is rather darn impressive for both. So yeah, I mean, Kyle Stevenson, your immediate reaction of Ghost of Yotei selling, and then at the same exact time, Christopher Dring pointing out that this has been the best selling PlayStation launch since Spider-Man 2, and that also includes Helldivers 2, by the way. When asked, does this include Helldivers 2? Christopher says yes. So
My immediate reaction, this just goes to show how loud that group on the internet is and how much they don't matter.
correct.
And the fact that most of those people and most of their community members most definitely have bought this video game. They're-
100%.
like the numbers don't lie. So like that is my first takeaway. I'm glad it's doing well because Sucker Punch is so uber talented at what they do. Ghost of Yotei is no exception. It's absolutely incredible and it deserves it all. Yeah, no, that was my immediate reaction. It's like, hell yeah.
Light, your immediate thoughts seeing that Ghost of Yotei look like it's I'm allowed to say it, banger. Selling
Hell
well.
yeah. So
Yeah.
happy because it deserves to be, because it is so good. And it's always nice having it reinforced that the very vocal ones are the minority.
Yep.
It's really easy to get wrapped up in it all when you're on social media a lot, but even comments on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, but they really are the minority. Just the average people who are just living lives and playing the occasional game. They have spoken. They say speak with your wallets. I think we're speaking with our wallets.
Yep.
It's a great game. People are loving it. Most people don't care that women exist.
What?
What?
Are you kidding me? All right. Yeah, no, I mean, I love this. This, I mean, it's a very special game for me. I'm nearing the end of it. I'm absolutely loving it. It's an improvement on the first game in almost every single way. I've been enjoying my time with it, and seeing folks attach themselves to Ghost of Yotei, where like Ghost of Tsushima, I feel like we talk about the COVID bubble, and like everybody was buying like headsets, controllers, peripherals, games, because we're all like locked down. We're all in our little cubicles, trying to distract our minds from the terrors that were, right? And now walking out of the COVID bubble and that being bursted and seeing a lot of these AAA games not being able to match that, that peak, it's great to see that Yotei has matched it. And just like the temperature of the room of Yotei and Tsushima is rather similar, as like I saw a lot of like my Xbox friends going, yeah, no, I'm buying Yotei. Are you kidding me? This is a really great game. People that them trying it out for the first time, dipping back in because of COVID or when it came to PC, and then they play it on PC and they love it so much that they're like, okay, I'm gonna go over to the PlayStation 5 and buy it there. It's awesome to see where Yotei is and the sustaining power that it's not a Jin story. This is a new protagonist telling a new story, and that didn't dissuade people from buying it. It's awesome to see a sequel doing well, and you don't get to hear that a lot this year. So it's awesome to see Yotei just be an absolute success, regardless of whatever the smelliest people on the internet think or say. Because what Kyle said, at the end of the day, all these people, the Grumses of the world, they're actually irrelevant. These people truly do not play games. Like we joke about like release the trophy list. I get it. You guys you're just, yeah, you guys but like we should be, where are their trophy lists? Where's their achievement list? What's their gamer tag? What games are they playing? Where's their gameplay footage? Hell, where's the games that they're making? Why aren't we asking that? Why aren't we asking, why are they asking those questions? But they all have these inside sources that Yotei wasn't selling. Oh, okay. But now you got Christopher Dring literally saying, taking the information from PlayStation themselves, going, here you go. It's the best-selling game in Europe. And now the goalposts move. This is how these people operate. They are not gamers. They are here to make a buck off the saddest, loneliest, and also dumbest people you've met online. And the one Venn diagram where they all come and congregate together, they're also all the smelliest. So, yeah, don't believe all the negativity you see online. Sometimes take a break. But it's good to see Yotei do well. And Erica's performance is phenomenal.
So good.
Truly, I'll end it here. She's going to go down as one of my favorite protagonists in PlayStation franchise, just period. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's it, Kyle. As Sucker Punch does their victory lap, their boss has something to say to fans in regards to a beloved mascot. Take it away.
Andy Robinson over at VGC writes, Sucker Punch will remain a single project studio after Ghosts of Yotei, boss suggests. Speaking to VGC in a broad Ghosts of Yotei retrospective interview, Sucker Punch co-founder and studio head Brian Fleming discussed the developer's determination to stay relatively small in AAA terms and how it will decide its next project after multiplayer add-on Ghosts of Yotei Legends releases next year. Quote, the truth is that whatever we do next, whether it's continuing Ghosts or going back to Sly, the decision is really more limited by, again, our cherishing of focus and time to iterate, which means that we really can only do one thing at a time, he said. If we were good at juggling 4 projects, yeah, we'd have a remaster and let's go do one of those and do some fan requests. That would be really popular, but we only get to do one thing. So it kind of has to be your best idea, right? And that's really clarifying. It's not like there aren't 15 good ideas, but you only get to do one. And by the way, you only get to do one about every 5 years. So that choice is really important. I mean, that is choosing your college and your major every 5 years, end quote. With Sucker Punch's 30th anniversary approaching in 2027, many fans will be hoping to see a return of its classic franchises like Sly and Infamous. According to Fleming, diversity of expectations is the challenge it also faces internally as well as from its fans. Quote, "At 30 years, we now have employees who are kids of former employees. We have employees who weren't born when the studio was founded," he said. "And you also have had enough changes from Sly to Infamous to Ghost that part of those changes, when they happen, is that it means not just that you're walking away from Tsushima and not just that you're walking away from the actors in Tsushima, but you're walking away from employees who've been part of a studio for the last decade because they don't want to do a game set in a historical setting," end quote. The director of the Infamous series recently said he'd love to revisit the franchise one day, but suggested that no such plans are currently on the table.
Like, I want to know your thoughts on them sticking to just a singular vision. We talk a lot about like, oh, Santa Monica has multiple teams. We know Insomniac has multiple teams. Same with Naughty Dog, with them teasing that they have something of the Last of Us universe to share again with us. Get our hopes up. So I want to know, with this studio being relatively really small, this game only taking about $60 million, if correct, to create. So I want to know what your thoughts on there is, of them not branching out. And with all the success of Yotei, you would think they're like, okay, multiple teams, let's do this. Let's hit them with their remake. Let's hit them with a sequel. Let's do something different.
So I kind of I'm a mixed bag on this, because
Okay.
on the pessimist side, it kind of makes me sad because games take so long to develop now. I don't want to have to wait 5 or 6 years before I get another game from them. And yes, we're going to get more content, we're going to get legends, we're going to get whatever, but like I'm selfish. I don't want to wait that long. I'm a whole different person in 6 years. I could
That's right.
graduate with a new degree in 6 years, just like you said. I don't want to have to wait that long. And with how long development cycles take, that's how long at least we're probably going to have to wait, which I get. On the positive side, I'm happy that they made that decision, because that means that we're going to get their best quality of work, because we know that the whole team is working on it. Everybody has come on board together and they have a definitive vision for what they want to do. The whole studio is behind it, and it's going to be a great game. And I think that's why we have never seen them miss, that I'm aware of, because everybody on their team is doing this one project. I do feel like sometimes you can get a little bit too big for your britches, which is why we see a lot of layoffs, because people are like, oh, we have the success, let's grow and grow and grow. And then that's not sustainable. So you don't want that. But then also, when you have multiple teams doing multiple things, I feel like it's probably, again, I'm not a game dev, so I don't know for sure, but it's probably harder to always produce an amazing game because you don't necessarily have the whole team behind it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And Kyle, I'll turn this over to you. I've seen a lot of the PlayStation community getting really excited about Infamous, getting really excited about Sly Cooper. Do you want them to go back to previous grounds? Do you want them to go, you know what? No, we're going to do Ghost one more time. Or do you want them to do something different?
I think my favorite thing about PlayStation in the last, just say, 10 years or so, maybe a little bit more than that, is allowing the teams to do different things and not pigeonhole them in. So if the team doesn't want to do a new Slide, doesn't want to do a new Infamous, fine, because we got Ghost. We got Tsushima and now Yotei. Why am I blanking on their name? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Horizon devs.
Oh, Gorilla.
Thank you.
Gorilla, yeah.
Gorilla went from Killzone to Horizon, and now Horizon is massive and one of our favorite worlds to play in.
Yep.
I don't want them to feel that they have to just, all right, here's another entry in the IP. I want something that feels strong to them, and do it because they feel there is something that they can attach themselves to, like meat on the bones kind of situation. Like, my favorite thing about what Brian said is, and I feel like a lot of people really need to take into consideration, it's not the simple thing of like flipping a switch and the game's being made. It's 5 years. It's sometimes even longer. And it's when you really, if you really want to get existential about it, like how many Sucker Punch games do we have left in our lifetimes to play?
Oh,
That's how I'm
Jesus
feeling.
Christ.
Yes, that's exactly
And-
how I'm feeling.
Yeah, that's kind of like how when we say like, I love Naughty Dog so much, I want to play more than one game per life cycle.
Right.
With console side, because like, how many more do I have in me? What if I can't hold the controller and play anymore? Like
What?
it's because I get old and arthritis takes over. Like those are real
Arthritis,
things that
you
run through my
say?
brain.
Yeah.
Like look at freaking Elder Scrolls. I know I talk about this all the time. When did Skyrim come out? 2000. What was it? 2011.
Yes,
God.
yeah.
How many years ago was that? So math for me.
14.
No, don't do
Okay.
it. God
So
damn it.
and we still don't have anything. So we're looking at least 2 more years. So we're thinking almost 20 years. Because I'm pessimist, so then I round up and then I round up, right? So if we're
Yeah.
looking 2 more years, that's 16 years. It might as well be 20 years. So we're looking. It took 20 years for us to get a sequel. We get another 20 years. My kid's gonna potentially have a kid. I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
grandma.
Yeah,
Alex Smith writes, "Wow, did not expect the existential dread in tonight's podcast."
but like, I really hope people realize that games are a arduous, very hard process and take a lot of time,
Yeah.
which also is why I get so upset when I see games get canceled and layoffs because of how long and dedicated work we've put into making these things. That's why, like, when Concord got canceled, that bummed me out. The amount of years put into that, the resources, what if part of that team didn't want to work on Concord and they wasted years of their adult lives, working lives, creative juices on that game for it to be canceled very shortly after it launched? Like, games are a lot. I know it sounds jokey when I say it. They're magical that they even exist. And so if it takes them years to make, I want to make sure that they believe in what they are making.
Yeah,
First and
I mean,
foremost.
Jeannie says it the best. I want them to do whatever they want to do. So I don't want to pigeonhole them to go, hey, you got to make another Ghost game. If this is it, excellent, man. We got 2 amazing games that I love. And if they go and do Slide, man, I hope they absolutely crush it. And same with Infamous. But truthfully, I don't think Infamous happens because they already got 2 superhero games. They don't need another one. And I think Sly, personally, as much as I love it, I think that is a platformer in time that I would love to see be handed off to a smaller team, like an XDev like studio.
But also, PlayStation has Asobi doing Astrobot,
Right.
So like they don't need a
Exactly.
platformer.
That's
But, like,
I do. Oh, sorry,
Go
Joe.
for
Go
it.
ahead.
No.
I wish we had more studios like what is it, Bluepoint, that are doing like the remakes and things like that for other studios. I wish we had more of that so
Yeah.
that we could, because I never played Infamous. Everyone loves those games. I would love to play them. I could still play them, but could you imagine if we could get a remake of that? I don't want
Oh my
I don't
God,
want
yeah.
them to take time doing a remake when they're only going to do one game at a time. But if they could pass it off to a different studio who could do a really good job at a remake. So I wish we almost had more of those, not to call them support studios, but just for lack of a better word, I'm going to call them that. I wish we had more of those support studios where that was their role. They chose a project that they really like as a team, that they are passionate about as a team, and then they go to the original devs and they say, hey, we would love to make a remake for this. How would you feel about that? And we get more of those so that we can play those
100%.
games again. And I know that like it's like, okay, go play the original work. Like you don't need a remake.
Sure.
But at
no,
the same time, if a dev is
We
going
need
to
a
be
remake of
potentially
one.
doing that, I would rather a different team be doing that so that they could
1,000,000%.
focus on new things.
No, 100%. And even like as you say that, as someone who's like, I dabbled with Infamous and I couldn't get into it because the controls were real bad. Right. So like for me, it's like some of them need that rework. They need that shine, but they also just need that quality of life changes that like, yeah, would go a long way. Like someone like a Nixus, but just doing remakes and remasters, that would be phenomenal. That'd be awesome.
I mean, look at God of War. I can't even really play that because you have
Yeah.
to stream it. So like
Yeah.
that's another example of why remakes could be a good thing.
Ooh-wee.
I'm also a big fan of if a franchise is done and there's no story to tell, leave it alone. Give me 1 second.
Kyle's being an uncle right there. I heard the kids in the back. They're hooting, they're hollering. He's now turning around. He's like, I'm going to get Jiminy. I'm going to get Jiminy and
I
all
haven't
his
heard
friends.
him yet tonight.
I know, right? Kyle's like, is this a CVS situation? Oh, wait, no. He's looking caring. caringly. He's fixing something. All right, fair enough. You know what? Hey,
Such
Light,
a
would you like to
good
read
uncle.
the next story on the list?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Following the cancellation of its live service God of War. Hey, I didn't know this was next. That was perfect.
Hey!
Following the cancellation of its live service God of War, Sony's Bluepoint is hiring for a third-person action game. This is from Sammy Barker at Push Square. It sounds like Sony first-party Bluepoint is staffing up again following the cancellation of its live service God of War game last year. The remaster specialists, who haven't released a new project since Demon's Souls, but did help Santa Monica Studio on God of War Ragnarok, are looking for a senior combat designer with experience in, quote, third-person melee action experiences, end quote. The job specification says, quote, work alongside animation, character artists, viz dev, level design, engineers, etc., to design enemy and boss type characters and refine engaging combat systems and mechanics. Applicants are expected to be able to confidently work both independently and collaborate with all stakeholders, while bringing their experience and perspectives to elevate the team and our processes as we strive to deliver our next great title, end quote. There's been a lot of people immediately connecting third-person melee action to Bloodborne, perhaps through wishful thinking more than any kind of logic. But a senior level designer role also mentions that candidates must be capable of tuning, quote, key aspects of the content, including events, interactions, encounters, puzzles, and collision. Our guess is this is all God of War related, as the third-person melee action and puzzle references would fit that bracket. Furthermore, as we mentioned above, Bluepoint's most recent history has been focused on Kratos and crew between its cancellation live service effort and its contribution to God of War Ragnarok. For us, the most positive news here is that the dev is getting back on its feet following last year's cancellation and is now staffing up for a new project.
Like, the Sammy Barker, I respect the man. He writes a whole lot. But this whole attacking it not being Bloodborne because the lack of puzzles, this man clearly has never put together 3 pieces of an umbilical cord and ate that umbilical cord. So, I mean, come on.
I'm sorry, Joe. I think God of War makes more sense. I am very sorry to break your heart. I know. I know a Bloodborne would have been a good fit for them, but I feel like based off of the facts, if we're looking at it logically, God of War probably fits better. Because we've also already had rumors that we are getting a God of War original trilogy remake, correct? Remaster?
It's that's been circulating for a little while, but also like the 2D Metroidvania God of War game that's been in the works for a minute now, not made in collaboration with Santa Monica, but it's not Santa Monica making it anyway. But yeah.
So I didn't play the original, so I don't know how many puzzles there are, but like in the new ones, there's lots of puzzles. They said they worked on Ragnarok. They were doing a God of War. So I think it does make sense. But I do see why Bloodborne would also be a good fit because they literally did Demon's Souls. So why wouldn't they also do Bloodborne? So who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. It was really puzzlers trying to find all of those silly umbilical cords.
That's right. Kyle Stevenson. Man.
Hi. Also,
really
Owen's
harsh.
here. He doesn't want to say hi, but he's
That's all right.
Hi,
It's all
cutie.
right. What up? Kyle Stevenson. Man. Like really harshed my vibe with this whole like it's not Bloodborne, it's God of War. So please don't bring me back to earth. Hype me up. Tell me it's Bloodborne. For the love of God, please.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
I need this.
It's not Bloodborne, Joe.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. No, it's I'm gonna throw an even wilder one out there.
Okay.
That I don't know if I want.
I do throw you in the garbage.
He's gonna throw me in the garbage in case anyone didn't hear that.
Oh no.
That's the real puzzle. How do
That's
we get
the real
Uncle Kai Kai
puzzle.
in the garbage?
He'll find a way. Man, that threw me off.
That's all right.
What if this is like an Uncharted 1 remake?
That'd be nice.
Ooh.
That
Like
actually-
Uncharted 1 might need it. Bluepoint has history with remastering the older ones. I'm with you, Joe. I want Bloodborne. I would love a God of War light.
But I like that thought,
It's
Kyle.
been a long time since we've had an Uncharted game.
Those
Yeah.
games are feeling old now too.
And puzzles,
Especially the first
level
one.
design, action,
Mhm.
third-person action.
Yeah, collision.
It does kind of fit.
Yeah.
I also agree. It doesn't need a remake, but I could see it being. I think at the end of the day, it's one of those three.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see. Yeah, damn. So for me, I definitely see in the line of getting my hopes out of it, my dreams, putting that aside. I think God of War makes sense because that is the IP that certainly has kind of lasted the generations for PlayStation. Like Kratos is their mascot, but also Nathan Drake in Uncharted 1 in Uncharted 2 is great, right? I think when we think of Uncharted, we think of 2, 3, and 4, and then Golden Abyss and Lost Legacy. But Uncharted 1, I think, is universal of like, this is the game that had the promise, but wasn't fully realized. And 2 was the one that was the full vision. So to see maybe Uncharted 1 get that facelift, both mechanically and visually, that also makes a lot of sense. And how awesome would it be with the launch of the PlayStation 6? Let's just say, whenever that comes out, we'll talk about it in a
Too
second.
soon.
It is like a God of War remake or a Uncharted remake that leads into the next generation. That sounds awesome.
Well, the only thing that it takes away from it being Uncharted and makes it even less likely are the bosses of the hinted bosses. There's no real bosses in Uncharted.
True.
I mean, set pieces, if you want to count those as bosses,
Yeah.
because they kind of are almost in that category. But
Also, I said that I hadn't heard Jiminy yet. I didn't jinx it because now he is out. But I
I don't hear him. I'm good.
shoot, Jiminy, you distracted me. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm thinking about this too much now. But do you think they would have tried if they were going to release an Uncharted remake? Would they have tried to do that closer to when the movie came out? Like, would we have already gotten that with the movie?
True.
Kind of like what they did with the remake for The Last of Us Part 2 and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, remind me, when did the movie come out?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. It sounds correct.
No way. It was only 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago.
I don't
So
know. I just pulled that out of my butt.
No,
I'm not
yeah, it
sure.
was 2022. I could have
Yeah.
sworn it was before.
Theoretically, let's just say Tommy's down to do a sequel. They say they're writing it, all that jazz. But like actually giving them enough time to go make a remake of whatever, as long as it has Uncharted attached to it. Yeah, no, I think that's actually a really good idea. Jiminy even agrees. Now I hear him. Hey, what up, bud?
I'm with Jeannie though in chat. I would love it to be Legend of Dragoon as well. I just don't think
Yeah.
that's more RPG than action, but maybe they switch it up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, you guys had 2 whole articles. Would you like me to read this next article, Kyle, or are you good?
It's up to you, but hey, best viewers on Blank. Hey, chat, don't click on that link.
Hey, don't do it. It's probably pornography.
Lightweight bananas.
All right,
Bananas
let's go.
quality dual sense controller games with the Z.
Perfect.
There we go.
Nailed it.
All right. I did not know what you guys were doing for a second, but I'm glad we came back.
For all audio listeners who are not currently in chat, we just read the silly little letters that they had at the end of their best viewers on wherever.
Whatever. Hey gang, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? PlayStation 6 set to release in 2027. It's claimed from Mike Straw over at Insider Gaming. The release of the PlayStation 6 is only 2 years away, and that is according to a gaming hardware leaker. After a recent video featuring PlayStation's Mark Cerny and AMD's Jack Hoon was posted discussing the future technology between the two parties, questions began to mount about the next PlayStation console would release. A discussion on NeoGAF, a user mentioned 2027 being on the table for a new system that led Kepler L2, who's been accurate with hardware information in the past, to chime in. It's not just on the table. They said it's the plan unless any unexpected delays happen. 2027 release date shouldn't surprise too many people. Rumors have suggested that Sony's next-gen console was expected in late 2027 or early 2028. As far as to expect from a system that have been claims that Sony was planning to release a standard PS6 alongside a dockable version of the console. Rumored specs for the PS6 include. Oh my god, I'm not reading all this. Fine, I'll do it just for you guys.
I got it.
once
I
and
got
once
it.
only.
You ready? I'll
All right, go
I'll
for
do
it.
my robot voice. Rumored specs for the PS6 include 40 to 48 RDNA 5 compute units, 160 watt TBP, 8 times Zen 6 cores, a 160 or 192 bit memory bus, and backwards compatibility with PS5 and PS4 games, among others. Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Actually, wait, no. The SEO is going to be Pokemon ZA. Right? Is that the new one?
You are correct.
Za. As with any claim like this, please take the information with a grain of salt. Still under Insider Gaming, can independently verify, blah, 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 blah. You get it. All right, cool.
Other news, water's wet.
Water's wet. There's going to be a new console. It's going to be too goddamn expensive. That's great.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I wish
Don't need
this
this.
console gen cycle lasted longer because I still just don't feel like, and I don't know why I feel this way. Don't ask me. I don't know. I just don't feel like we've gotten the bang for our buck yet with this console generation. I really
Right.
don't. And I know it's still 2 years away, but it's like, it still feels too soon for what we've gotten on these consoles.
And it's like so weird where like all these people are hoping and praying for GTA to release so that more consoles get sold and more people are in these ecosystems and we can finally ditch PS4. It's like, dude, it's okay. You don't have to. Like I would be, if you said it's 2028, so fine with that. That seems a little bit more reasonable. But 2027, that's banking on a lot of possibilities changing in the next year and a half, of which I have doubts will change, right? Because this is with the understanding of like the terrorist situation is still the terrorist situation, or is it gone, right? It has Congress come in and whatever, dismantled them, right? Like those type of situations. It gets all timey-wimey. I don't want to like get into that whatever tall grass, but like it's just I don't want this. I don't feel like we need this. And yeah, I don't know. I just can't be excited for this console. Not yet. It just feels too soon. Yeah. Anything you want to add to this, Kyle?
I agree with both of you. I don't think I'm not ready for it. The time does make sense for a new one. But like I just think about when I'm playing Yotei and how everything sings so beautifully, and PS6 no PS6 whoa heyo, that one's got to do something crazy for me to be like,
PS6, take off those plates.
oh god, what have I done? But like what?
Oh, is that a disc
Genuinely.
drive in your pocket?
I'm trying to get out of this. What generally, I'm gonna ask the both of you, what is the feature that PS6 can tout that would be like, hey, yes, I'm happy for a new console?
Whoops, I dropped my disc. I should pick it up. Uh-oh, I'm stuck in the dishwasher.
Oh my god.
Probably something AI related that we don't want.
Yeah.
It's that they're gonna talk about how like this AI is like made the grass grassier.
But like, I think the only thing that I could have maybe said would have been cool is to have like a quick resume feature.
Yeah.
But how fast is Yotei launch? Like on my base PS5, it is like within less than 10 seconds. I don't need anything faster.
Not just that, but when you fast travel, it's literally
It's right
instant.
there. That's like, yeah, I don't know.
So there's like quality of life things that they can do. I get it, the dockable system, that's
Sure.
cool for maybe a new whatever. To me, it's like the concern I have for the future of hardware is how accessible is it for more people to come in, and the price tag is that question. It's like, because if this console's $600 or $700 or $1,000, whatever, I'm scared for the future of consoles. Right.
Well, and in chat, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. Olawunmi says it's a choice. You don't have to buy it. And that's true. But also, it feels it just feels icky to release it already when there's no need to. Like,
Yep.
you're
Right.
clearly just doing it because you want more money, which you're a corporation. That's fine. That's your
Cool.
prerogative. That's totally fine. We haven't even reached all of the limitations of this console yet. Not even close. We haven't reached the limitations, especially with the upgrade one that I just got, whatever that title is of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yotei is the most beautiful thing I've seen on it. Don't let
Yeah.
Mr. Light hear that with Red Dead. But it's gorgeous, and we still we have very few games that are pushing it, and even that I don't think it's pushing its capabilities. It's utilizing its capabilities. I don't think it's pushing its capabilities. At the end of the PS4, we kind of needed a new gen because games were ready for more. I don't think games are necessarily ready for more yet. And maybe that's me being naive because I don't know the techie stuff. But I don't necessarily think console games need something more than what we currently have.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I don't think because Jeannie says, did you not watch them?
And I haven't.
I have, and let me tell you, it's unsettling. Because like they're sitting across from each other, like they're talking to each other, but it's like the weird infomercial where they're staring intently at each other until it's their time to talk, and then they pan right to the camera, going, "Our relationship is really great." Mark, what are you doing with those shears? What about my ears? It's like one of those things. But like it's to me, it's. I'm more concerned of the price point, and also what's the thing that gets me through the door of getting the console.
Better puddles.
Right. It's like, it's not better puddles. It's not more reflections on this, that, or the other thing. It's not ray tracing. It's
also like
maybe it's a dockable, but even then I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's what is that day one game, like launch game?
Yeah.
Like what PlayStation Studios game, because it has to launch with a PlayStation Studios game. It has to. I don't care where that is. I think
Kyle,
a console
you're not
launch
gonna
has
like my
to.
answer.
Are you about to?
Intergalactic.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. We're gonna go a whole console gen without a new Naughty Dog game?
Bloodborne 2.
That's what
That'll
I'm
get
saying.
you guys in the door.
Remake.
What if
It'll get
it's-
you guys in the door?
What if it's the Santa Monica game? Like, there are possibilities there, but I just can't think about it.
I mean, then Kalula 2339 writes, "The future is more frames and better reflections." That's true. Like, I mean, the one thing that would get me excited is actually going, "Hey, this is not a balanced mode. This is 4K 60."
Sure.
But
Yeah.
even then, it's a bigger ask. Yeah. So there you go. PS6 2027. You either love to see it or indifferent or maybe a little trepidatious or whatever. Like me, I'm scared. And Laura Liston says a PS6 with a mini fridge
Does it come with Dr. Pepper? Then I'm sold.
or a gallon of it. Let's go.
Can you bring up the picture of that? Is that possible?
Oh my god,
Kyle,
So
that
they
was so
can we
good.
understand.
find yeah,
Later
before we
on,
get into
later
flash
on.
news?
Yeah.
That said, let's do some flash news first, and then we'll get into our interview.
Like,
with
real quick,
the
where did you
creative
post that?
directors of Outer Worlds.
Twitter.
All right,
Tweet
flash news.
time.
Gotta go fast. Kyle's doing something. My arm hurts. I got a flu shot. Let's do this. Multi-award-winning narrative adventure 1000X Resist will release on PS5 from on the 4th of November. This one's very critically acclaimed. It came out very tail end of last year on PC. Love to see it come out on PS5. Maybe I'll actually give it a deeper dive than I did on the Steam Deck. That said, Kyle Stevenson, this is something that's going to get you really excited. Sony San Diego Studios hiring for a AAA PC title. And before we get into that, Light, what is this picture?
Okay, so for audio listeners, picture a gallon of milk, but instead of milk in it, it's Dr. Pepper.
So who
So-
gave you this?
We have a sub shop it's a chain. It's in New York. I don't know if it's elsewhere too. It's called the Bella Subs. It's a chain
Okay.
restaurant, and you can order online. And we went to the pumpkin patch last night, so we ordered to pick it up on our way home. And with my meal, a drink came with it. So I just chose the largest size because I just wanted a
Okay.
large. I was going to be working late, whatever. I'm addicted. We all know this. I just chose
Yeah.
the largest size, not looking. Okay.
Okay.
There were only 3 options. I was picturing a normal large. We get to the restaurant. Mr. Light comes back to the table with a jug, a gallon. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, what the fuck is that? He's like, this is your Dr. Pepper that you ordered. I was like, I didn't order that. I ordered a large. And he's like, well, apparently a large is a gallon. So
He's like, well,
they
apparently.
A milk jug. I don't know if they cleaned it or if they just had empty ones. I have no idea. They literally stuck it under the soda fountain. Mr. Light watched them do it.
Yeah.
Stuck it in the soda fountain and filled that sucker up.
Can I be honest with you, Light?
Yeah.
I'm a little upset for you that there seems to be more room for more Dr. Pepper in that gallon jug.
the guy addressed it instantly. He was like, it expanded, I guess. It expanded. When it was filled up, it was much higher. And then because they put the cap on it and the gases, it made it expand wider. So it looks lower.
Gotcha.
Don't ask me why they have empty milk gallons laying around for soda. Or why it's an option on the website. Yeah. I don't know.
Did you check it? Is a gallon an actual real option? Or
yeah. Was I went back and I looked at it, and in parentheses it says gallon underneath. But who would order that? And the guy didn't even act like it was that weird. Like, because they do party trays and stuff, so I'm wondering if it's like for their parties.
Probably.
But still, also it tasted really gross. It was real gross. I got a straw and I was drinking out of that sucker just because it was funny. But it was gross. It was, I don't know. I don't know if it's the plastic. I don't know if it's just a mental block, but it did not taste good.
Absolutely wild.
All right, gang.
San Diego hiring for a AAA PC title. I know in the past they've done other games outside of MLB The Show. I think they had that that very early, I don't know if it was live service or not, but it was a multiplayer game. It's like Project Kill Switch or something.
Yes.
Or whatever it was. But this is essentially just probably MLB The Show coming to PC. Yep. It's pretty much what it will be, which is cool. I will make sure that option is not clicked when I play, because PC players will cheat. 1,000,000%. Because Xbox players already cheat. Oh. So, yeah. But hey, enough. Cool.
Hey, gang, this is your PlayStation Plus extra games for October. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Until Dawn Remake. As Dusk Falls. V Rising. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. No, thank you. Wizard with a Gun. And, on premium, Tekken 3. Okay. Awesome.
Good
this
luck.
is an awesome list of games, man. I'm very excited for V Rising. I actually think I'm going to try that out of all the games in there. Also announced on, and this comes from Push Square, announced on the State of Play, Tomb Raider Anniversary will come to PlayStation Plus Premium at some point, but its release is on the 21st of October, but it's not on that list right now, so it's a little weird. All right, lastly, in news that only I care about, Halo leaks. All right, this is a Twitter person. I don't know. Anyway, they say, I could definitely confirm the Halo CE remake will have sprint and, quote, modern gameplay mechanics. I am of the belief its gameplay will be similar to the new Halo multiplayer game, which I also believe is Halo 7's multiplayer. Just say Infinite. Don't make me go through all that. Just say Halo Infinite. Gang, ask me anything you want to know. like of my thoughts.
Speaking about a franchise that didn't know when to quit. Hey, too many installments. Hey, you know I'm kidding. Hey, we joke here.
We've had the Master Chief Collection was technically a remaster.
Yeah, it was like a remaster.
Has there been a remaster of that too? So is this like the third round of potentially, if this was correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is like a from the ground up remake, one would assume.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Halo community is really split on sprint. And the quote modern gameplay mechanics, that's always been something. Yeah.
That's my genuine question. What do they mean by modern gameplay mechanics, and how
the Warthog doesn't drive like god awful anymore?
Yes.
Oh, that's part of the charm.
Well, yeah, first off, part of the charm. Also, get good. Don't trigger me like this.
I can't get good, Joe. That final level where you're on the Warthog and you have to just drive, and then if you fuck it up, you have to do it all from the beginning.
Yep. Hey, whoa, Silk Cannon. What are we talking about here? Last of Us, there's only 2 official games. What are we talking about here?
What do
Okay.
you mean remastered?
What are you talking
Remake.
about?
Now it's one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. Also, I think the Halo community needs to get over themselves and embrace the present, or else they're going to be left behind. So, I'm a huge Halo fan. I hope this game comes to PlayStation. You know, I love all of this.
It would be cool.
Yeah, it
It'd
would
be fun
really
in the
cool.
new handheld too.
Yeah, and oh my god, I don't know. Do you guys think if this leak is real, do you guys think it's like a this year thing? I hope it's a this year thing. I hope
This year's already packed. No.
I'm bringing that
We're
chaotic
close to the end of
energy.
the year already. I'm okay if it's 2026. We're
Alright,
basically there.
I mean, you have
Yeah.
Battlefield, you have Call of Duty. How many more first-person shooters do
You're
you
right.
need?
Speaking of first-person shooters, now it's time for our interview with the creative leads over at Obsidian, all about the Outer Worlds 2. Let's get right into it. YouTube watchers, listen, after this stream, you go over to the YouTube video, hit like, hit retweet or whatever, the hype button on that video, as well as this one. It really does help us out. The interview, listen, YouTube's usually our lowest performing thing. It's doing actually really well for us. So like, please support that interview. We want to keep doing more of them. So it really does mean a lot. And also, I mean, let's get right into it. Look at that edit. Also, thank you to the Xbox crew for giving us that opportunity to talk about one of my most anticipated sequels this year after coming off the first game that I played. Literally, was my first game I think I played and beat this year, which was Outer Worlds 1. So I think that's still on PlayStation Plus. Go play that one if you haven't played the second one yet.
I never
And you
played the
get to
DLC
hear-
for that one.
Neither have I. But you get to hear our full review of the Outer Worlds 2 on next week's show, and next week's show will be a little late for the Outer Worlds 2. I think, it'll be later in the day when that episode drops. Just
We're
let
still
you know.
recording live.
Yep.
But we will be doing the review portion separately and
Offline.
edited in. So we'll still be here next Wednesday.
100%. All right, gang, it's time for what you've been playing. Kyle Stevenson, you said something pretty wild. So talk to me here.
Game of the
Vampire
year just
Survivors?
got even more
This is
interesting, everybody.
This is nutty. Go
Granted, I've only played 20, 30 minutes of it because it's been a busy day. But
That's how you know it's good.
Ball Pit's the real deal, everybody. It is insanely addicting. It's a brick breaking game, like a breakout, but it's got rogue-like ish stuff similar to a Balatro or a Vampire Survivors, if you will. And the reason why I bring that up is the Vampire Survivors itch is real, because you are leveling up by picking up gems as you're playing through and defeating people, these monsters, and as you level up you can pick from power-ups, just like Vampire Survivors. And then eventually when you beat bigger enemies, True Blood, it's called Ball Cross Pit. Once you beat bigger enemies, you will get like this like swirling like multicolored like star galaxy kind of thing that you can pick up, which is essentially kind of like the treasure chest in Vampire Survivors. And once you pick that up, it will randomly upgrade the upgraded balls that you have at your disposal, and then eventually when you beat even bigger like boss enemies, it will give you the option to fuse the powers together to create an even crazier combo. So in the last run that I had these lasers that were just constantly coming down and doing lots of damage, and I combined that with everything I say about this is so crazy. I combined that with my bleed ball, and
Did
so
you go see a doctor, Kyle?
not yet. Well, I'm in America, so like 6 weeks is when the next appointment available is.
You can't go till it's dire because it's going to be a fortune for them to tell you nothing's wrong.
1,000,000%. But like I had the lasers doing damage, and when they were hitting, it was also doing bleed damage, and you can burn, freeze to slow down enemies.
Base building?
Yeah, so that was the really cool thing too. So once you collect money in the runs, because I was very curious how this would work. You then choose what to build to upgrade your home. And it's not just you build and then the resources are just there. You then shoot your villagers out just like the gameplay here, and they will then, whatever they hit, collect the resources. So it's all ball breaking all the time, and it's awesome. It is so good.
It reminds me of if you took Vampire Survivors and crossed it with that mobile game where you shoot the colored balls, ball breaker.
Mm-hmm.
We shoot the color balls, and like that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's just it scratches that itch. It's the one more run kind of thing, which we've gotten a lot of really good ones of that same level. I can see myself losing a ton of hours to it, which is not good because I have to finish Yotei. We have codes for Outer Worlds 2 that I gotta play for next week. But this is all I'm thinking about currently as I'm sitting here doing the show. Is playing Ball Cross Pit.
Hell yes. Love to hear
and
it.
it's
Love
only
to see
$15 too.
Oh, nice.
It's really great.
You're breaking the bank. Light, anything you've been playing? Anything you're allowed to say?
What I've been playing. I have a couple games I can't talk about yet, but I also haven't started playing them yet, which I really need to do. And then I've been playing Yotei, and I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake still. But also I'm back in my reading girl era. I was in a slump for a little while. Nothing was capturing my attention. I tried like 5 books and I gave them a couple pages and was like, I just don't feel like this book right now. I finally broke back out of it, and I've read 3 books in 3 days. So we are fully out of it.
Oh yes.
I'm getting that. I want to read again, and that new Dan Brown book is like calling my name. I could.
Oh, you don't want to read Fairy Smut like what I've been reading?
I mean, that could be fine if I'm in the mood. I'm just not in the mood.
God dang. Hey gang, listen.
Read Mistborn. Wait, in all seriousness, read Mistborn. Brandon Sanderson.
Yes, I have it. I need to actually.
Please read it. So good.
To it, yeah.
So good.
So, gang, listen. This ain't no book reading. I haven't read a book since 4th grade. I'm here to talk about a game. First off, code provided by EA. Thank you guys for the code.
Chill.
Hashtag chill. Battlefield 6. This has been one of my most anticipated games this year. I unironically said, Kyle Stevenson, if you could get some gameplay up of Battlefield 6 from EA, so people get that visual aid. But like, yeah, I said it at the reveal. I'm like, this could be one of my games of the year. Unironically, I love Battlefield. I've played most of them, and it's just always been there for me as a gamer, as someone who loves multiplayer gamers, especially. I remember being at Micro Center playing Battlefield 1942 at just one of the kiosks. This game just means a whole lot to me. The series means a whole lot to me. And so seeing Battlefield 6 kind of be at the forefront of games again is just exciting, and also a little hesitant because I've been hurt before. I remember, Battlefield 2042 when that launch was an absolute disaster and almost killed the franchise. And look at Jam Pack Sam, friend of the show. He's in the video. I love this. Love Jam Pack. Anyway, it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. It's one of the most played multiplayer games I've ever played. And Battlefield 6 100% lives up to the hype. Vince Impella and the team at DICE and Criterion and Respawn and Red Bull Effect and all of them just did the damn thing here. So this review is going to be all about the multiplayer. I have not touched the single player. I'll talk to you all a little bit about the single player next week. But I have already poured over 20 hours into Battlefield 6. I have played every single class. I've driven every single car, shot a lot of the guns. all the things. Playing every game mode. This is peak Battlefield. And you know a game is really good when it ruins your sleep schedule. I've been up, till 2 a.m. with our buddy Ainsley Bowden and crew over at Season Gaming, just literally ruining our sleep schedules and just relationships with loved ones because we're just too busy playing this game. Like, one of the things that I love about it is it rewards team play. So, these games are massive. It's 32v32, huge maps, all that jazz. And the one thing I always get from people is like, yeah, Joe, but like, I'm not good at these games, right? But for example, one of our friends, Suddy, and he hates when we say this, sometimes listen, Suddy, I'm sorry. Sometimes he's not really great in that moment of shooting, right? And he gets a little down in the dumps about it. But one of the games that we were playing, he didn't have a great KD, but he was one of the best players on the team numbers wise because he was going after the objectives, right? He was healing his teammates. He was reviving his teammates. He was running out in the middle of the battlefield, just literally helping the team, and he was being rewarded for it. And he was one of the top players of the team because of it. And it is a thing of like being able to play your way while at the same exact time respecting the balance of the game itself. So for example, you could be a recon class, and this game is broken down via classes. You have your assault class, which is all about medium weaponry. You have your support class, which is all about the light machine guns and staying a little bit farther back. You have your engineer class, which is all about fixing vehicles, repairing vehicles, laying down traps for vehicles. You're the anti-vehicle infantry, and you're mainly SMGs. And then you have recon, which is your snipers. And all these classes are separated by the gear and gadgets and gizmos you're able to take with you on the battlefield. But in previous games, you were also locked with whatever weapon that you were carrying. The cool thing about Battlefield 6 that we discovered is, yes, you could be a recon with an SMG and you could go in and that could change up the class entirely depending on whatever map you're in. But you won't be as proficient in SMGs as someone who is an engineer class. Or if I'm a support player and I just like assault rifles more, I can use assault rifles. I just won't be as proficient as the assault class. So it adds that level of balance of weaponry and what you're able to do with your classes. It adds that flexibility that I really like. The weapons feel really great, and the physics as well make a whole lot of sense in terms of like how bullet drop and the velocity of said bullet travels feels really good. The sound design is impeccable. We also often talk about like footsteps. Half the times when I'm in this battlefield, there's grenades and bullets whizzing past. I'm hearing everything, but I'm also like hearing the footsteps of the guy that's trying to come up behind me, and being able to turn around and just save my own skin because I was able to hear them. It's visually incredibly impressive. The audio is incredibly impressive. And for a launch week of the most popular multiplayer game that EA and I think that's not a Valve game has ever done on Steam, I have not had any crashes. The only negative things really about my multiplayer experience really lies in the UI. The UI menu system is just hot garbage. Even Vince Impella has come out and said, listen, we're not a fan of it either. So it kind of goes to see that maybe this is something that they're going to work on in the future. But right now I have what's in front of me, and visually it's incredibly confusing and cumbersome and aggravating. And I don't blame anybody when people go like, I don't see where my friends list is. I don't know where your invite is. Because it's a puzzle. And also, I will say this too, the visual language of this game itself, because we're just army dudes running up against each other, sometimes I think the guy that's the Pax Armada, that's the bad guy, is my teammate, and I die because of them. But again, this is Battlefield at its finest, most polished, and I'm having so much fun with this game and being able to play, even with like people like Stingray X's, we're getting in the nitty gritty and jumping into foxholes and like fighting waves of enemies. What you said about Ball Pit, right? Is literally I snuck in a game right before we went live. It's
So
the game
that's
I'm
why you were
constantly
late.
thinking about.
Not that your PC restarted.
No, PC legitimately restarted.
No,
I could have read another. I
don't
could have read
believe the
another
lies.
5 pages in my fairy smoke book. But no,
Yeah.
I
Don't
was
believe the
on
lies.
time.
Release the
But-
list. He's been lying to us all along.
Like real talk, it's so much fun to have that game again. It's like, we were talking about it on Discord last night. It's like, it's one of these games, like, I get it, you're making a battle royale and all that, but like, we really don't need it. Like, this is the game. It's so much fun. Being able to camp on a giant crane as a sniper, and like I have my buddy Ains with me, like sniping behind me, covering my back, and like getting a headshot from 200 plus meters away is like so fulfilling. It's so good. And even like I was on this giant crane in this map, I didn't know this thing could break apart at any minute. And it did, and I went flying in the air. There's one moment, I will put it up on socials. It's one of the coolest moments ever. Guys, I got ran over by a tank. But the way it ran over me was I went in between it. The tracks didn't touch me. So because I was laying down, it didn't effectively run me over. And so I was just underneath this tank praying to God that the treads weren't going to touch me. And I was trying to avoid it as it was moving. And then it just drove away and it didn't touch me. And I was still alive with my buddy right next to me that revived me in that point. And then we were able to just shoot another 7 dudes that didn't know we were there because that's where the tank was. So there's just so many battlefield moments that make this feel like a game that we've been desperately wanting for a really long time. And it's finally here, and the vision's clear, and the roadmap's there. We got a new map, I think, next week. It's one of my favorite games this year, let alone favorite multiplayer. I'm interested to see what the single player has in store. But I get it. I have a feeling it's going to be a Battlefield single player game.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions? I know that was a lot and me vamping about how much I really enjoy this game.
I personally have no questions for Battlefield. Like, do you? So I do want to shout out one more thing that we all played. Lego Party. Shout out to everyone that came out and watched our stream. The video is on the YouTube channel, so go check it out if you missed it. It felt so good to be back playing that game with you, even though we only played a demo of it at SGF. It's so damn fun. So much so that one of my nieces, Skylar, came down during that stream and saw what I was playing. I was like, "Oh, what's that game?" It's like, "Oh, I'll play with you later." We have played every single night since we streamed.
Yes.
I love that.
Not the board game stuff because she isn't really into that, but we play just the mini game mode where it's whoever has the most studs at the end wins.
Next stream, let's try it.
It's such a good time, and we didn't even really dive into it when we played on stream, but you can choose themes of what mini games you play, like kid friendly, last one standing, a sports themed one, or a random one. So it's very, very good. So like if you're looking for a fun party game, it is
So fun.
Pick it up. It's real good.
So fun. Yeah, and we have it again. We streamed it last week. The VOD is on YouTube. Go check it out. Sean in the chat says, "Sorry, I missed it live." Don't worry. Go check it out. It's so much fun. It's
And like
so
you guys were right, because when we played, I couldn't hear any of the in-game audio.
Yeah.
But playing it with my niece, man, those announcers are so funny.
They're funny the way they roast you.
And that every single time, because she came in last a bunch, which was fine. It happens. She would turn like, "Did he just say that about me? What do you?" I'm like, "Yeah, step up your game." Like
I love that.
it's just a great time. It's really, really fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And Alex Smith in the chat writes, "Had you guys on my TV while I cleaned my house. It looked like a blast." It really is, guys. It really is. Couldn't recommend that game more. Yeah, it's a real fun time. And we should be doing more streams in the near future. We'll figure it out. But even like what you were saying is like, yeah, we also got to play this off stream because it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. All right, gang. That's what you've been playing. Now it's time to prepare the drop. Are you holding on to something, by the way? Anything at all?
I got a pen cap.
An empty Bunch of Crunch box.
Those are so good, Light. I'm so jealous.
We took Baby Light to the movies on Friday because if any of you have younger kids, there's a TV show called Gabby's Dollhouse. They made a Gabby's Dollhouse movie.
Ooh,
My daughter is obsessed with Gabby's Dollhouse, so we went to see it in the movie theater. So this is my leftover Bunch of Crunch from that. But it's sadly empty, and I need more chocolate. So
Yeah. Dang.
All right, here's a little fun tidbit. When I used to work at a group home, right, I'd take two of my clients to go see the movies. We saw like Lion King or whatever. It's like a bunch of kid stuff. What we would do is we go to the CVS beforehand, and I would buy them snacky snacks. So like Bunch of Crunch,
Smart.
Mike and Ike's. You know what I'm saying? Twizzlers.
it's smart.
Good
Listen,
time.
I'm not going to say I'm a trendsetter, okay? Because I'm not that big. All right. I get this. But I feel like I put vibes into the universe that people pick up on because I swear to God, since I've started being vocal about Dr. Pepper sold out all the time. Can't get myself Dr. Pepper. And since I've been vocal about my Bunch of Crunch popcorn combo, can I get like the last box of Bunch of Crunch at the movie theater? I'm like, people, stop liking what I like. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
I am the
It's-
only one.
It's stuff like that. I'm not a big conspiracy person. It's stuff like that that makes me believe that we are all in our own version of the Truman Show, where
100%.
we are the main character and everyone else are
Yes.
just acting.
Yes, because why was Bunch of Crunch the one that nobody ever bought? And now that I'm vocal about it on my
Yep.
channel and on my streams and stuff, now all of a sudden everyone's buying Bunch of Crunch. What are you talking about?
I will say the last couple times I've gotten Bunch of Crunch, I've been very disappointed because they were like stale. Like the
I've
crispy
had-
part of it were stale, and I was like, "Oh, this is not good."
Oh no, mine have been good.
I'd send them back.
Where are you
I would
going
be
to get
that
your Bunch
person.
of Crunch from?
Walgreens.
Don't trust Walgreens.
No,
Yeah.
that's now. Here's
That
the thing.
candy-
That's the
been in
only
the
place
back
that has it.
That candy's been in the back room of Walgreens for probably
Yeah.
2 years.
You're probably
You're telling
right.
me your movie theater does not have Bunch of Crunch?
Joe, my movie theater is 45 minutes away, and I haven't been to it in such a long time.
Okay, can we also talk about something? Elephant in the room, more
Sure.
like pickle in the room. I saw a pickle in a bag at my movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
When did this become a thing?
At gas stations, yes. I haven't heard
Yeah,
that movie theater.
I feel like
Yeah.
eating a pickle on a plane or a pickle in a movie theater is rude behavior because those shits smell.
Right.
Yes.
Also, it's a you. Here's the thing:
How
you
do
don't
you-
eat.
Yeah.
You don't eat a pickle with pride. You know what I'm saying?
There are foods that as a teacher you don't eat
Yeah.
in the front of the room. Bananas
Yeah.
and pickles at the forefront of that list. I feel like
Sure.
that's also you don't eat a whole pickle in public.
Right.
No
A whole ass
public pickle
pickle?
eating.
Yeah. Like, listen, I'm the pickle and coleslaw guy, right?
Mhm.
And like people and that's fine. That's great for a lunch. That's like bag lunch, whatever. But a full on, I have a pickle in a bag from some industrial plant, and I'm gonna peel it out, grab the pickle barehanded, and give that thing a crunch.
Crunch on your pickle in public while playing that ball blaster game.
Come on, what are we doing as a society? We're falling apart.
Dear Devolver, petition to change ball pit to ball blaster, please.
All right,
Oh,
gang.
it's so good.
Kyle.
I hinted at it earlier, but next week is a stacked release week. So, lots of games coming out. Starting on October 20th, we've got Ilya, A Frosty Glide. Looks like a cute little a witch game. Looks great.
Yeah.
Also on October 20th, Ninja Gaiden 4 is out. Can't believe that's next week. That's wild. October 21st, Jurassic World Evolution 3. Can't believe there's 3 of them. On October 21st, Painkiller comes out on PlayStation. Joe, I feel like this one's up your alley.
Painkiller. Oh, is that the one you stab yourself? You get ammo?
It's like a first person. No, that's Crisol.
Okay.
Painkiller, I believe it's in Next Fest right now, but it is an indie first person shooter, Doom like, fast paced. It definitely seems to be up your alley. Also on October 21st, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 comes to PS5. Oh boy. Also on October 22nd, Dispatch comes out on PS5. October 23rd, Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit is out. Bounty Star from Annapurna and Dino God.
A
comes out on
cooperative
October
Doom
23rd.
like?
Yeah, I told you it's up your
Come
alley.
on, too many video games. What?
Also on
If
October
this has crossplay in it, oh god, sorry, go
it's
for
okay.
it.
October 23rd, we've got Double Dragon Revive. Also on October 23rd, Godbreakers comes to PS5. Also on October 23rd, Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. Let's go. I'm super excited. Also
love
on
that
October 23rd, Power Wash Simulator 2 comes out. Also on October 23rd, the newest Jackbox Party Pack is out.
All right.
Also on October 23rd, The Lonesome Guild, published by Don't Nod, is out. That looks super cute. October 24th, Chicken Run Extraction comes out. That's egg extraction, by the way. Also on October 24th, Hot Wheels Let's Race Ultimate Speed comes out on PS5. Also on October 24th, Once Upon a Katamari is out on PS5. And finally, on October 24th, 2025, The House of the Dead 2 Remake comes to PS5 and PS4. Lots of games.
Lots of games. Maybe too many games. All right, gang. It's time for our favorite segment, but sadly the last segment of the evening. It's time for the Sony Pony Express. Yeah! Like we say each and every episode, write in by joining the Kase Day Trophy Room Discord server. You drop your questions in there, you get a chance, an opportunity to have that question read on the show. Or if you're in the live chat right now, you want to toss one out, maybe I pick it up, maybe I don't know. Who knows? That said, Slap Funk writes in. Kyle Stevenson, take it away.
Hey, Trophy Room Trio. Let me start by saying I love listening to you guys. Thanks, Slap Funk.
Thanks, bud.
My question is this. Have you ever had a game that you tried thinking you would hate it, but turned out loving it? Two that come to mind for me are Balatro and Blueprints. I've never been into card games, but Balatro is a blast once you get the hang of it. And Blueprints has been one of the most played games this year. I'll platinum it someday. Thanks for all you do with this crazy messed up world we live in now. It's nice to have a couple hours a week to just chill and have a laugh. Penis!
Penis, penis, penis. Pick those, pick those, pick those.
Ball blesser, ball blesser, ball blesser.
My
Donkey
legacy has been
Kong
sealed.
Bonanza. All right. I got one, actually. Sure. I thought this would be harder for me to think up, but, I love Vampire Survivors a lot. One of these games that I remember with Vampire Survivors, we didn't have it yet. I was like, well, what's a Vampire Survivor like? And I saw this game called Brotato. And they're like, this is going to be something that'll scratch that itch. And when you look at it, you're like, okay. And then they're like, and the trophy, the platinum's pretty easy, but it's very grindy. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I played it and I loved it so much. I think I have that game platinum twice. So Brotato is definitely one that I didn't think I'd.
We wouldn't know because you don't have the list.
Listen,
you could be saying lies again.
Listen, the next it's foolish questions, just so stupid. It's next, but let's take this beautiful, well-written, kind question from Slap Funk first.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to think really hard.
Player Obscure Expedition 33.
There you go.
That's
yes.
Yes. That is a great one.
I like that one. Kyle Stevenson. I'm trying to think of Claire Obscure as well, but I haven't finished it yet. Don't worry, I will. All right, that's
you'll finish that as soon as you release the list. I'll believe it when I see it.
There's probably another indie, Joe, that you have played.
Well, you know it's a good one.
Go for it.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, true.
Didn't think that would be one of my favorite games ever, and it is.
You know what kills me with that too? You know what really kills me with that? I'm kicking myself. Baldur's Gate 3, before it came out, like months before it came out, this was when I still had my agency. Reached out to my agency and said, hey, would she be interested in working with us, doing something with like the demo and promotion? And I was like, I don't think I will like a game like this, because I was totally against turn-based because I'd never played it. They just scared me. They scared me. And I turned it down. Because in good conscience, I didn't want to do something like that was that important and just have it not be for me and be out of my depth.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm very upset about that.
But also,
I'm kind of like you with I still haven't beaten it, but with all of the hours that I have played, I have loved it, and I like was adoring my time with it. It just got it's too long.
much.
There's too much
Yeah.
going on. But yeah, I'm kicking myself for that one.
Yeah, that
Kyle,
was a good one.
what say you?
I'm gonna save my answer because there's a question coming up that I think is tied to it. So
All right, fair enough. Listen, we could blow past these next few questions, honestly, because they're
no,
not
we
really
can't.
important.
Dad
we
Wally
can't.
writes in hashtag release the list. Yeah, Joe. What's going on here, bud?
Well, here's the thing. You didn't read his full name.
No. You wrote
Daddy
that in.
Wally, a fool and a full-blown dummy, writes in
No,
hashtag
absolutely
release the
not.
list. And then our pure and innocent-minded lamb chop writes in, when are you going to, in caps, release the trophy list, Joe? You see, I respect you enough to clarify trophy lists in the request. Hashtag just do it. Listen, gang, just, you guys know it. I'm reviewing a game. There could be spoilers in that trophy list. I don't
But-
want to get it out.
We already told you. You can hide that.
You're telling me things that I don't know how to do. God knows my finger slips and I release something that shouldn't be released. Okay.
Excuses.
Now, here's the thing about Daddy D. Wally, a dumb fool, maybe big dumb idiot, full blown dummy. He talks a big game about releasing the trophy list, right?
Mhm.
Why is his profile on EA completely blank and private? What is he hiding in Battlefield? What record
kind of
is he
smear
trying to hide
campaign
from
are
people?
you trying to run?
Let's just no, Kyle. I
So-
think this is
so-
important.
so
The
I'm
man
gonna
that
rewind.
demands transparency will not be transparent with us.
I'm going to rewind here a minute.
Sure.
I'm going to rewind here a minute. Two things to this I have to say. Thing one,
Yeah.
you don't have to open up the trophies. You could literally take pictures of your platinums
I
and
have.
post them. No,
I mean,
you posted the number.
sure.
You haven't posted the games.
I mean,
and
listen, we'll do that in time.
Additionally,
Right.
we put ourselves on this platform. We
Yeah.
put ourselves out there
Yeah.
to be figures in the industry.
Mhm.
If we are figures in the industry,
Yeah.
we need to live up to that title.
Yeah.
We have to prove that we are gamers.
Mm.
We don't want people thinking we're a grums. We don't want people thinking we don't want people being like they talk about games, but they're not real gamers.
Yeah.
You can't prove you're a real gamer without showing the games you have played.
You make a whole lot of sense.
Like
I know.
I usually
I have a master's degree, Joe. Sometimes I'm smart.
I usually play where I have it set where I appear offline, but I am playing, but my trophy list is still visible.
So I'm gonna deflect. Great points all around. Truly great. But like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on Daddy Diwali's podcast because his podcast clearly corrupt. I'm gonna send the best and brightest over to the Nerd Chat podcast, and I'm gonna set them straight.
Do you hear that, Light? The best and brightest is only Joe. We are not part of the best and brightest.
But again, we are on a
It's
PlayStation
working.
podcast. We have to
working.
prove
You
we're
see this?
PlayStation gamers. What is his
Fucking
podcast
that
about?
is
Is his podcast about EA?
Yeah, sometimes I
Is
think.
his podcast about
Wait.
The Sims?
I don't know. He's yelling half the time. Yes.
Why
Kelsey,
are
it's a
you saying it's working? What are you trying to do here?
deflect?
Deflect by putting us down?
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
Okay.
aren't you guys
I will
talking about
burn
something
my
else?
friends to the ground before I release the list. Who does that sound like?
Know what I
Nothing, let's
know.
move on.
Anyways, I muted Joe. Stingray X writes in, what is your favorite game in your least favorite genre? So this is where I come back with the answer to Slapfunk's question. My favorite game, my least favorite genre is XCOM 2. I am terrible at strategy games. They're not a genre that I'm particularly good with or like look forward to play, but XCOM 2 is incredible. And so that is my answer for both. Yes, Joe, I've unmuted you. Go for
Here's
it.
the thing. We've
You have
shouted
the
out.
talking stick now.
We've shouted out Nerd Chat enough. You know, they're not even patrons. They're patrons to some of our rivals. Not even us. If you're a patron out there, you got a podcast. Share it out to me. Next episode, I'll read less than a tweet, just like a bullet point. Like, here's the podcast. Check it out. I'll do it. If you want to be a patron, $1, just throw it our way. I'll shout out your
Gaming
podcast.
companies can't buy us, but our viewers sure
My
as hell
viewers
can.
absolutely can. You know, enough of this free advertising from
I
Daddy
feel-
Diwali. He's
I f-
obviously trying to get eyes on his failing show.
I feel like we should have a chat about that after the show.
I just decreed it. Is it deflecting working? Absolutely. Stingray, what's a game, favorite game in my least favorite genre?
Is it a cop out to say Bloodborne for me since it's the only game
No,
from that
yeah.
genre?
No, that's not a cop out.
No, that's not.
Well, I
yeah.
guess it's not. I tried Elden Ring. I just couldn't get into it.
Sure. Like Jeannie in chat says, before Hades, I thought I'd never like a roguelike, which is the
True.
same kind of thing. Yeah.
For me, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm not really big into JRPGs nor even Final
That's
Fantasy, and
Actually, a very good one. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
don't have the platinum, don't have anything to hide. Kyle Stevenson, what's the next question on the list? Thank you, Stingray.
Our final question comes to us from K-Rock. Hey, Trophy Room fan. As always, thank you for the continued love and support for Cullen. You have all been a real source of strength for us, and it means more than you know. We love you, buddy, and we love Cullen.
Love you.
I'm a few hours into Ghost of Yotei and absolutely loving it. It's gorgeous, beautifully acted, and the world feels alive in that same way Red Dead 2 did. It also got me thinking about how consistently strong PlayStation's been with sequels lately. Spider-Man 2, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, they all managed to expand their stories and mechanics without feeling like simple reruns. My question, as something fell upstairs, what do you think PlayStation Studios are getting so right when it comes to crafting sequels that balance familiarity and innovation? And how do they keep that spark fresh as their franchises mature? Your friend, Caleb.
It's a great question. Anyone want to jump in, or shall I dip my toe into this question?
I need to think about it a little bit more, so you can go.
All right, I'll wing
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Kyle
Go
Stevenson?
for it.
Hey, go.
I just, again, it's just because I'm familiar with PlayStation, been a lifelong fan. It generally feels, at least lately, I can't speak to the PS2, PS3 era days. Just feels like there's room for them to make what they want to make and expand on it. And there are CEO people that are like, hey, make this. Hashtag Jimbo Live Service Games was a fail. But like, it just feels that the teams that they have crafted and the members of each team have a unified vision, and their vision comes together in a great way, and nothing feels super shoehorned in, right? And even when we do get something that I don't think we need, and I'm the first one to say we didn't need a Last of Us Part 2, but oh boy, am I glad we got it, because it's one of my favorites. It usually hits. Have there been a dud here and there? Absolutely, there has been.
Concord.
Sure. And like, I know Days Gone's not everyone's favorite. I love it, but like it didn't hit the same way. But I really do just love how they have their vision, they stick to it, and they genuinely, for the most part, utilize all the different features of the console.
Yeah.
Like, just DualSense alone. Like, PlayStation Studios titles utilize their controller better than any other game.
No doubt. Lightweight, what say you, miss?
I think they are masters at their crafts when it comes to you being invested in the world and the characters. Even if you don't necessarily love the story, even if you don't necessarily love all the characters, you can still see why a lot of people are invested and do love those characters. They do such a great job of making that story, those characters feel impactful to you and feel important to you, so that you want to continue with the franchises because you want to see where their story goes and where their character growth goes. And for example, with Days Gone, obviously those characters were a little less memorable. Like, I remember Deacon St. John, whatever, but like, and I remember some of the stories, but even though that the characters were less strong there, the worlds and the world building was incredible. So like, in some games, some might be weaker, but then there's still that other part that shines. So they do a really good job of making you want to come back for those sequels because of either the world or the characters of the story. And they just do a really good job of making you invested in those.
Bam. 100%. I think they understand the formula that they're in, and they're the masters of it. I think PlayStation has a certain expectation that's lived up to, and the fans expect, which is when you're playing the game should just work. The game should be polished. You shouldn't be falling in the level. And listen, there's times where that has definitely not been the case. I think Spider-Man 2 had to be the roughest launch for them, but their track record of putting out polished experiences are kind of second to none next to Nintendo in terms of just, publishers out there. It's sad to say, like, oh yeah, when I play their games just work, but it's like, yeah, no, simply the games work, they're polished, they're refined, and they know the formula that and the type of games that they're really good at making, and they capitalize on that and they make those games seem special. So like, I saw some complaints about Ghost of Yotei going, is it maybe it's not too much of a step of its predecessor. I disagree with that, but like, yeah, they understand the formula that they're really good at, and also they've had decades to kind of make those mistakes to land where they are right now. And so they've had time to realize what their strengths are. And the one thing that I hope they get back to is what Kyle said earlier, which is like, hey man, let your teams do what they want to do with the resources they have. And I think they're starting to get that, because you're seeing studios like Naughty Dog going, listen, we have some Last of Us stuff still, but we also have this new game. You see the same with Santa Monica, with Corey and all that. And then you're even seeing with Sucker Punch going, listen, whatever our next game is, we just got to make sure we're all in on it, while also branching out and trying to do different things. Listen, live service, we're not the only podcast to say it's been abysmal, but like, we've gotten things like Astrobot and family-friendly titles from PlayStation that are really, really phenomenal experiences. So yeah, I think they know the formula, they know their shtick, and they're really good at playing it. So yeah.
Also, shout out to Returnal and
Oh my
Saros in a few months. Oh boy.
God. Let's go. That said, everybody, first off, amazing questions. Thank you. Keep sending them our way. Again, Discord in the link below. Join it, become part of the fam. That's been it. That's been this week on the Trophy Room, man. It's big week. That said, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here, Light? I'll start with you, Miss.
I'm holding in a sneeze, so if you like gaming content, you can follow me for Let's Plays over on Lightweight Gaming. I'm still making my way through Final Fantasy VII Remake. And then if you like movies and TV shows, you can follow me over on YouTube at Lightweight Reacting. I am working my way currently through the Indiana Jones franchise,
Yes.
along with some other October-y titles that will be in there for the month. And then on social media at Lightweight Gaming.
Hell yes. Kyle Stevenson, anything you'd like to spotlight before we cut on?
Also, still can it. We said Thousand X Resist is coming. You must have been somewhere else. It's coming to PS5 in November.
What else?
was the
Maybe you
question?
release the list.
I'm sure still can it will.
He will. He's gonna do it after the show. He's gonna embarrass me.
Myself, Mr. K-Step everywhere. Totally everything is normal over at 61 Indie. Don't worry about it, everybody. Everything's totally normal. Nothing weird's going on over there. But if you want to learn any indie game news and reviews and stuff over there, go to 61indie.com. We are prepping up for Indie Game Awards coming up soon, and that's it. I swear.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
And then, as always, tell somebody you love them, people that make the cool things, people in your life, just in general. Be the positive force you want out there. And I love you all very much.
That said, something I'd like to spotlight this week, our Obsidian interview. Again, you heard it on the podcast already. I hope you all enjoyed. Let us know in the comments. Apparently Spotify has comments, but like, go on over to the YouTube side of things. That's where I'll see all of them. Shoot us your comments, like and share that video. It really does go a long way, so that we can show other folks out there that we could do interviews as well. And they give us cool opportunities, and then we can, again, have more interviews on the show. Works like that. So head on over to our Obsidian The Outer Worlds 2 interview. Link in the description, link in the chat right now for the live viewers. Go check it out. Again, boost that thing. We could really use that help. That said, if you like the podcast, please consider rating us 5 stars over on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. It really does help us out. It grows this big, beautiful family that we call home here at the Trophy Room. And if you really, really, really like us, head on over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. It really does help us out, keeps the lights on, etc., etc. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love y'all.